Odorous around the corner looking for some heads. He actually finds Caboose after getting tagged down just a little bit here. But he's about to get pinched. He's about to get killed. Now it's just down to 2. Recon 5, Reality, Carson. Both making their way up towards ramp. Swag over to Sandbags at the moment, trying to catch Carson, and he does from behind. That's going to be a huge, pivotal pistol round there from Swole Identity.
10-6. They can really start to bring things back here, but I think Recon 5 will invest into this full buy. A little bit risky to begin things with, but I think with that 5-round lead now down to 4, they can invest something here with 4 Deagles and MP9 on the hands of Odorous. Swole Identity, if they can't get this round, then some real problems. Whereas obviously picking up that pistol round was essential here, but Carson kicks us up with Relics. He takes his head clean off of his shoulders, and 7 is already tagged down to 30, so he's dueling, dancing with the devil now. He does find a tag onto Jaspin. Backs away for the time being, putting Swole Identity on the back foot for this round, even despite the fact that the firepower and the manpower was on their side. They're lacking so far in this round. Already a quick frag from Carson, a lovely headshot onto Relics, has made this round all the more doable for Recon 5, and it's just a matter of time before Neptune comes back in. He finds one. Lovely headshot onto Odorous, removes the MP9 from play, and Carson with the smack has picked it up. He's looking for something for this smoke here, even jumps through, but only gets tagged, and all HP is removed from play as Soul Patrol all just hanging around that.
This doesn't exactly have a right taste in my mouth, because again, Recon 5, they essentially had it. They had it, you know what I mean? They had so much potential heading into the latter half of this round, but whatever happens, happens. Swole Identity, we take those, in a sense. And I was actually going to mention, I mean, this is essentially the magic of the new economy system, where, you know, even if you lose out pistol round, you still have a very, very high chance of taking away the second, the second round of the half, where you had Austin, Jaspimp, Reality, all on Deegs, and Carson and Odorous both buying out rifles and SMGs. But even then, Recon 5 just could not take it away from Swole Identity. It's going to be a 3-man save with the Deegs. And the rest of Recon 5, they can't buy out whatsoever. USPs are in order.
USPs indeed. They have some utility work with 2 smokes and a flashbang. See what they can muster for. Relax is ascending. Brings up the ramp position as Jaspim spam with his Eagle, only able to get a sufficient tag. Tags Dogs down to 48. Swole Identity for the time will be forced to back away from their position, and slowing things down here. Reality ascending as well. He's gonna ramp up the speed, try and find one. He does find a Relic. He's already tagged down low. He's on the hunt for a second. Seb here in the ladder, causing some confusion there for the time being, and
Swag is so rare.
Yeah, I think he's fine right now with all the information that Recon 5, despite that initial frag. They should be able to deal with this here. Swole Identity, Neptune even finding Odorous. And 4 versus 4, this should already be seen. Recon 5 going down here as a triple for Swole Identity.
Yeah,
4
that's
versus 4 as the 4th comes in, and Recon 5 on the back foot now with Justice Deagle and Jaspim.
Yeah, that's it for the round. Jaspip, don't really know if he can pick up a gun here or not. If they know whether a dropped man is. Yeah, no, absolutely. But for now, it's just a slow crawl to the end of the round. As again, Recon 5 can't exactly convert with the pistols. I mean, not exactly expected to do so either. They just have to work with what they had. Now Jaspim, he does pick up that dropped AK from a little bit earlier on. From Reality. Yeah, that's gonna be that.
He gets an AK though, so it's not the worst as Recon 5 with a strong full buy in the next upcoming round. I mean, we talked about before when Soul Patrol got their first CT full buy. It was gonna be a real test to if they could really battle against the side. And now that Recon 5 can get their first CT buy, now comes a time where can Soul Patrol hold things out here on their T-side, or was it just the fact that they had that pistol advantage and that manpower or that firepower even? Recon 5, a solid buy, plethora of utility, and should be a highly contested round. Another good test for Soul Patrol and Recon 5 both, as they both need to find their footing in this matchup and ensure that one way or another there will be a victor. And for now though, it's kind of teeter-tottering right now. I'm not too sure.
Oh!
What's a short so identity can.
Jump boost?
Good usage.
You'll like to see it.
It's flashy. It's flashy.
Wait, did we both just say that?
I don't know. Did we?
Jinx, you owe me a soda?
Next lane, next lane.
Let's go, let's go. We take those.
We take those.
Oh man, Swole Patrol working out over to B, and earlier on, Reality taking down Neptune. And this is something that we just haven't seen so far this game. An early take over to a site. Austin's gonna be able to take down one off the boost. Swag Relics able to combine with 3, and now it's down to a 2v2. Jaspam, Carson trying to make their way back. 2 Mollies are in order right now. Molly's gonna drop down. Relics forced over to the left side. And do the CTs know that they potentially have a couple of Ramblin' T's sticking around ramp?
Oh my.
Oh, okay. Back, please. Oh my god. Relics runs right through the smoke. Shoutouts to the man Stewie2K. Smoke criminal himself. Relics this time goes and takes down 2. What is going on?
What the heck just happened?
All right. Soul Identity off of the uncharacteristic site rush. It ends up working out in their favor, even though that kill through the smoke, totally unexpected. And it still works. Recon 5 now. They're the ones on the back foot. But, yeah. Can't really do much this round either. They get picked off early. Already down to a 2v5. Caboose taking down Austin. Oh my. Over to mid. Odorous taking down 1. Really just needs to find a body shot, and he does. He's going to be able to save up a gun here. Potentially the SG.
I think Swole Identity, they'll go on the hunt. Remove this rifle from players. Recon 5. They'll have, again, another strong buy going into the next round. They're really good at managing their economy, but yeah, like you mentioned, they're on the back foot now. They had this 10-5 lead, and it's kind of evaporated now, hasn't it? 9-10, and Swole Identity, I found their equalizer surprisingly. It's gone. Recon 5 are on the back foot now.
I mean, we mentioned this earlier. That pistol round, it was everything.
Yeah, it really was.
So now it's going to be down to Recon 5 and their mental fortitude. And see if they can potentially bring things back. Swag playing around with the ladder, baiting out Odorous over to mid. And Caboose over to mid takes him down. 10-10. We expected earlier Recon 5 to stretch out this lead, or maybe even Swole Identity to keep things even in the first half. But most of the fireworks from the Swole Identity side, they double their scoreline within the first couple of rounds of the second half. So let's see what happens at this point, because now we have a full buy round from both sides. The T's definitely a lot more conservative in a sense as they try to calculate their approach. Oh man, Caboose. He immediately goes down to Reality over to that B site.
Well, the second time he's tried that, in Reality it's just as good as ever. Can't really contest that one, and Swole Identity already down him. But we saw this before. I mean, in the last round, the first round where Reality was able to find that frag, it immediately comes back in Swole Identity's favor. They get a trade, an instant trade, and they collapse onto his side, and they'll slow things down tremendously. Let Recon 5 get this map control and try and battle for it yourself, as maneuvering around the map, grouped up in a pack of sheep, herded around. I think they're going to head towards the B-bomb site. Already 3 players grouped up here from Recon 5, however, and this could be a catastrophe if Swole Identity can't hit these headshots, and Recon 5 could steal this round away from them.
Potentially so. Again, that early kill onto Caboose, incredibly important, purely because of the fact that, I mean, he had all the equipment to potentially take away that B site all by himself. But of course he went down early, and now 30 seconds left for Swole Identity. They have to come up with something here. All 4 players set up with smokes. And even some counters here from Recon 5. I'm loving this from him. The timing on it. And now the T's, they essentially have to go in dry here. Seb gonna go down. In the back, Austin, it's a firing range. Neptune takes him down. Neptune takes down another one. Jaspip around the corner, trying to pop off. Odorous over to the site. And Carson, he gets the last kill. That's finally a round for Recon 5 off of some great counter nades.
There's some huge frags there for Recon 5. I mean, that was such a cluster of a round. I couldn't even comprehend what was going on. Soul Identity jumping around on their T side. The first one they've elapsed, and now Recon 5. They might just be able to pull things back. However, Soul Identity, this should be a tactical timeout for them. I mean, they want to reset themselves mentally and kind of throw a curveball at Recon 5 and kind of keep them on their toes. This tactical timeout will allow them some time to go think over some things, figure out what they need to do and how they want to adjust. Maybe another tactical. Okay.
I see LW1 in chat. Chaos, please. Absolutely, sir. We will be doing the Chaos match right after this one, but we did start off a little bit late, and as you guys can see, this is as close as we could get. So, like I mentioned, as soon as we get out of this game, we're going to jump right into Chaos.
I mean, this game is performing, right? It's living up to its expectations. Obviously, I thought it was going to be a much more one-sided affair, but Recon 5, they're bringing the heat, man. They are bringing the heat to this matchup. They look strong as ever. There's another explosive round underway. Pistols, or not pistols, let their utility and firepower alongside Soul Identity. 4 Kriegs. And man, do I hate those Kriegs. A flying Neptune wraps around. And Soul Identity. Off that single run boost will slow things down once more. It's the common theme of both T sides. It's let's cause some action and then let's just stop and keep things stagnant, keep things static, and try poke and prod and maybe a flashbang view for Caboose. I love this one. Stewie 2K's on the site. Stewie 2K. Caboose has found one. He's channeling his inner Stewie. He's got one. And again, already Soul Patrol with the early man advantage will slow things down again. The bomb yet to make its way towards the B bombs. It's actually gone towards A, and they've drawn everything away. This is gonna be it.
Look how scary the CTs look right now. Oh, but even then, Caboose finds the right crosshair, or finds the right cross hit. Now it's down to 2v2 now. Swag from behind, taking down Carson. And now, Relics and Swag. A classic combo of players. As they just try to hold things down. They try to stay safe. They try to stay cautious. Austin, Odorous making their way onto the site. Swag in a great position over to Sandbags. Bomb is planted for him. That's the fake. Relics is going to have to go for the peek instead. Swag, his position is found. Odorous trying to make his way through. Trying to bait out a shot from Swag. Swag peeking out, trying to get a headshot. Odorous can't find the time, and that's going to be the round. Oh, no. That's just it.
What was that round? Back to 11-11. That was such a cluster again. It comes right down to the wire. A 1 versus 1 is all that separated both of those teams, and Soul Identity are back on an equalizer. 11-11 and Recon 5. Their economy's in shambles. I don't know what they can do about this one.
Around the corner, the 5-7 not going to combine. And now it's down to a 3v2. Austin and Reality, both with very pivotal guns for this team to use. Don't really know if they can take this one back. They really need to find some lucky picks. But speaking of lucky picks, through the smoke, through the wall, Austin gets dinked. And that's essentially going to be the round. Soul Identity, 12-11.
Game over here, right? This round is just going to be Recon 5. Hoping they can save that AWP. Hoping they can save the Krieg and Soul Identity. They've got them on the back ropes once more, breathing down their neck. It's going to be a strong buy from Recon 5 in the next round, don't get me wrong, but still, the Soul Identity, they're swinging things back in their favor. It's back and forth in this later parts of the second half. I mean, they're playing a game of tug-of-war, and it seems that Soul Identity would bring things back nonetheless, and 12-11. They bring the lead back in their favor and see what they can do about it.
I have a little bit of a surprise for you all, very quick. We have a picture-in-picture feature coming up very soon, and I will actually have the Rugrats and Chaos game kind of live around the corner for you guys. You guys will see what I'm talking about. All I'm saying is that if you guys are looking for the Chaos game, please stay tuned, and I will have that for you guys literally in the middle of this game.
In the middle.
Right in the middle. But here we go again. The T's this time, Swole Patrol, or Swole Identity, a mixture of the new Identity and Swole Patrol sides. Actually making their way onto this B site, and it's a meat grinder in terms of mollies. Austin already down to 25 HP. Caboose makes his way onto the site. He's going to be immediately dinked down, though. And here comes the T's making their way onto the site. Reality, Austin in the back lines. They have Odorous making his way through with the AWP. Austin immediately getting dinked down. Reality all around the corner, taking down Neptune. Trying to get a trade here is Odorous. Seb going nuts. And now Odorous can only just wait for his teammate at this point. Bomb still yet to go down. T's have only flashes to work with at this point.
Oh my god, this is so difficult to call as well if your sole identity.
Oh, but look
I
at...
don't know where Edip
Ooh, no way, Seb.
Yeah, but, oh, he's spotted one, hasn't he? Carson's been has given his position away. He still comes alive, and he finds Swag to bring it to a 2 versus 1. 30 seconds left for Seb to get onto the bomb site and plant this one, and he has to isolate Odorous. Flashbangs in to keep him temporarily blind, and he finds it. No! Able to stay alive. You're an Odorous. I mean, his life is so dependent on the fact that Seb misses that shot, and he picks up the AK to give himself.
Oh, Carson!
He's in. Oh, Carson comes above. He reigns supreme in 12-12 Recon 5. They find an equalizer again.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. How is this?
So back and forth.
Exactly. Not only is it like weirdly back and forth, but it's also, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I can't grasp how it's happening, because like Recon 5, they get a bye immediately after losing out to Swole Identity 2 rounds in a row. They get back around. Swole Identity, I mean, looking at the trend, they're probably going to take back this round, aren't they, Sully? It's just how it's going to work.
That's what we would hope for, right? I mean,
right.
It's looking at the statistics, but then you look at their buy, and it's like, I don't know. They don't really have a lot to work with in terms of firepower. Duracell and Recon 5, I mean, if they let this round slip away, then some real problems will happen and start to arise. But for now, though, slow pace from Soul Identity wants more to try and work things for this site. Work some magic if they can. They really need to utilize their aim. There isn't really a lot of tacticality thing going on here in Caboose. Already getting dinked down. Back down to 13 off of the gush from Reality. Hits him like a brick of wall in Recon 5. Firepower advantage, utility advantage, everything going for them in this round. There doesn't seem to be anything slowing them down, and for now, though, Soul Identity will look to make something happen as Molotov towards Sandbags. Going to go for this A execution. All 5 players grouped up. When do they strike, however? Recon 5, 1 player holding. This is so risky for them to leave just the man himself. Jasmine with the M4. He's got a smoke and a flashbang, and that's all he has. Smoke goes down. He has so many players that he with up close and personal. Now with Caboose. Spray comes in. He's got 1 a second. No, denied by Seb. Soul Identity have control of the site. And maybe, just maybe, the statistics are right and they'll bring this round back. Bomb hasn't gone down yet, and Seb can't cross. It's far too risky right now.
Carson, a really weird position here. He's going for the planter, and he does! Unbelievable! And again, Reality. Over to the boxes too, trying to get a double spray.
It's over.
It is! Odorous and Austin, they're gonna survive! Oh, no.
What is happening? I'm so lost right now.
Alright. Let me do a little quick something for you guys. See if I can fix this up somehow, some way, somehow. I know you guys can see my pretty face, but I'm setting up the chaos game for you guys. So give me a second here, boys. Give me a second.
So handsome.
I know, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you very much. Let's see if I can get it. Alright, we got that.
But it's okay.
No, yeah, it's okay. We'll actually switch over right now, just for a quick second. But I'm setting things up.
Okay, you might have missed something.
Right, Austin popping off, but it's kind of expected. The 3 players without guns, they immediately go down.
Yeah, almost instantaneously. If you're wondering what's happening, it's gonna be 14-12 for Recon 5, and now they're kind of snowballing away. Now, you can't see what's going on, but I can kind of describe it. It's chaos.
No, I got it. I switched over for a quick second, for a quick.
Okay,
Just for the boys, for the guys.
For the heck of it.
Right now.
Take this.
Right, of course. Oh, Neptune, don't do it to him.
Oh no.
How?
No way.
No way. Okay.
What the heck?
1v2. Neptune picks up the AWP. Has Jazz Pip in the back lines. Kind of assumes that he will be there. Checks the corner. No one there. So 30 seconds. Has bomb. Not exactly in his control, but kind of around it. He's looking to pick it up. Jazz Pimp has the angle. Oh, Neptune, you gotta peek that. Oh my god, he picks up one! The trade from Carson! No trade! Neptune.
10 seconds now, though. 10 seconds.
Carson in the back line. Coming around. Oh, so close. A 1v5 for Neptune, and it falls at the 1v1.
My heart.
Oh man. So yeah, I'm just setting that up for y'all real quick. Yes, I'm an evil genius for this one. I think. I would like to assume.
His name is Upmine. His name is Upmine for a reason.
Right. I know you guys are seeing my pretty face for now, but I swear it's worth it. I swear it's worth it. I swear. Alright, let's see here. Ooh, you guys could have heard some cool sounds there. To say the very least. Don't really know how this would work, but we could work it out.
We make things work here.
Absolutely we do. And we're also in a pause, so it works.
We were in a pause. And
Right?
walk you guys through Seb finds 4 versus 5.
Thank you for taking this. I appreciate you.
Got you. It's like a podcast, right? You don't see.
It's like a podcast.
You hear what's happening.
Right, of course. Yeah.
Man advantage for solo identity. I mean, with nothing really working, let me walk you through the buy. AK on Neptune, 3 gun 7, 2 Deagles on Caboose and Swag, and just the tech not enough. Do you imagine this one goes the way of Recon 5 and looks like it might just control over 20.
I have a little bit of a surprise for you guys, and hopefully this works.
Okay. What's the surprise of mine? Oh my god, this isn't. Oh. Oh my god, that's ingenious. This guy's a genius. Well, you can already see kind of what's going on in the other match. Can't really see that, but a 3 versus 3 for anyone wondering.
There you go. You guys can actually hear me now. Now you guys can see the regular Recon 5 game. So in your bottom left, if you guys do just want to spectate the Chaos game, you can do that, absolutely. But for now, we're going to be commentating Recon 5 v Swole Identity. Relics, last one remaining. 15-12 is going to be the scoreline, potentially, unless he can pull off a miracle here. But no, he cannot. Recon 5. They went out the round. It's currently 15-12, like I mentioned. And now Swole Identity on the verge of being upsetted here.
Yeah, match point here. Recon 5, they're standing a victory in the face, and Swole Identity are staring defeat in the face. Look at the buy. It's so nominal. 3 MAC-10s, a UMP, and a Deagle. All they have to work with. And we could be swinging our way straight over to the Chaos matchup if things don't go the way of Swole Identity now. And things need to change as soon as possible. As aggressiveness towards Rip, they get this control, but they only have SMGs to work with. Swag with this UMP, the MAC-10 on the Relics. This is such a difficult round for Swole Identity that it doesn't really seem possible for them, but they'll try and make things work here, slowing things down again to get this control. I mean, this is a tough round to call for Swole Identity. Just to begin with, they don't have much in the way of utility or even firepower, and Recon 5, they've got everything for them. Nothing really lacking. They look strong as ever.
And it's just the fact that Recon 5, they're not giving the T's any pixels to aim at. It's going to come down to these close-range battles, if they can even find them. The CTs, they're all so backed up. Reality over the mid, he's watching a pixel spot over the mid. So at this point, Swole Patrol, or Swole Identity, they're going to have a real tough time in this one. Smokes, flashes, mollies, they all have to be perfect to an extent. And in a sense, it is. Relics, he makes it through. Caboose, he gets mollied. He has to back all the way up. That's the bomb planted. Post play here for Recon 5, and they might be able to pull some magic. The CTs are all stacked. Relics turns the corner, immediately gets a headshot onto Odorous, but here comes the CTs. Oh no.
He's able to find one. Seb on the flank is immediately turned out back by Austin. Carson up above. He's got a second.
No, Caboose.
One last player, and it's on to Neptune. He's sitting behind, and Carson wants it, but he falls up the building.
No, that's it.
They're already sticking the bomb. There's no chance. It's game over. Recon 5. They pulled off the upset, and even the night from reality, the disrespect, but there it is, 16-12. Recon 5 pull it up, and I think we're going to transition over to the Chaos matchup, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, absolutely. We're going to get that for you guys real quick, if I can just set it up. But yeah, what a game. What a game.
It somehow swings back in Recon 5's favor. I mean, obviously they had the lead to begin with, but it's insane how they pull that one off, isn't it? It's insane.
Right, I think so, in a sense. Very maddening, in a sense.
Yeah, SWAT identity. Everyone knows essentially who every player is, right? We all know who Swag is. I mean, if you don't know who Swag is,
I mean,
do you even play Counter-Strike? Do you even play CS? I don't know.
And to kind of show up to you guys are seeing the camera stylings, the observing stylings of our boy Flippy Bits. The one and only.
It's beautiful.
The absolute mad lad. Big respect to him, and oh man, look at this tour. Twitch tours, everyone. Twitch tours.
Oh, this is so beautiful. These camera angles.
Oh man.
It's a flex.
It's a hard flex. And we actually have. We got it. We get her done. Just needed that audio real quick, and now we're good. We got the clean feed going. Like I mentioned before. Shoutouts. And now, you already see quite the setup here for the Rugrats. Currently 7-4 up Chaos.
Oh, nice shot from Hunter.
It's a little quiet. But I can, you know what? I can boost that up in just a little bit.
Base boost it just a little bit. Creeping up in towards bathrooms. He wants to find something with his Krieg. Smoothie on the up takes down a Hunter and bringing things back a level. 4 versus 4, but Xander's caught out Smoothie. A lovely shot on the Krieg takes him down. And now Chaos in a 4 versus 3. Ben brings something back to the table.
Uh-oh.
Lovely tag on Xander. Can they find anything though, Chaos? 3 versus 4. Down a man. They're struggling to find footing at this point.
Yes, sir. Steal. All the way over to Long. He's going to find Xander. That's the equalizer. The 3v3. And also, ladies and gentlemen, I do understand that it is a little bit quiet. We'll get that fixed in just a little bit. But here comes the approach. Leaf around the corner for the Rugrats side. He's going to take down 2 at least. Here comes Ben. And that's going to be the round. Zelsis. Big Zelsis comes around the corner. Gets the sweep. And that's the half being confirmed for the Rugrats. Also, I can do a little quick thing here. Boom. All right. I can try setting up audio for you guys. Because boom. Oh, there we go. I'm working my big boy magic. Uh-oh. Oh, you guys need to see this. We got Twitch tours again.
Oh, this is beautiful. I feel like I'm in MTV Cribs right now.
Hello, MTV. Welcome to my crab. Yes. Yes.
As you can see here, the party, the balloons, the beautiful balloons. I've got it set up for my my daughter here, her birthday party. Everything's going down.
Oh, there was echo? Apologies. Apologies. If there was echo, I do apologize. There was echo. But we're good now. We are good. And even a third as well. Uh-oh. He says he won it. No, denied by the duel. Steals side and more by a lead. Nice cleanup from the Rugrats. 9-4. And they're kicking things off. Looking on their CT side. Yeah, just a little bit. just a little tiny bit. And, you know, like you mentioned, the Rugrats Super, super dominant. I mean, Chaos didn't exactly have too much of a chance into that round. They just had to rush into the B site without really much to work with. But now it's the real show as Chaos, they desperately try to get back into this game before things start to slip out of their hands more and more. Xander over to mid. Throwing down smokes and whatnot. Trying to distract the T's in a sense, and it's going to be the Vanity show. As is looking over to Connector, seeing if he can get something going. Oh, look at this boost.
Oh,
he gets it! Penny with the boost. Leaf goes down. And now, 4v5. Tricky stuff here. Zelsis, though, coming around the corner. Mauling out a player or two. Even spots the door being opened. Chaos with a really good setup now.
Slowing things down now, though. Off that man advantage. They'll try and work their magic. Slow things again. I mean, not a lot for them. This is their T side of overpass. So again, it's not a lot to go off of to begin with. And Xander swings to Cam, takes him down. He has to back away. Caught out by Ben. Nice quick trade and a 4 versus 3. Man advantage back for Chaos. And Hunter's on the side alone. Can he hold things off? Their smoke goes over. Steel landing an opt. Oh, that's perfect. That's going to isolate him so much here. When did they come around the corner here? He's got one lined up. He's taken down by Steel. Bomb goes down. And the retake is on here for the Rugrats.
Comes Zealous's through the smoke, trying to get a shot or two. Can't exactly nail him. And like I mentioned before, disaster scenario. Rugrats, for the first time, going to be dropping around in quite a bit of time. And decent picks overall from the entirety of the Chaos side. Like we mentioned early on, we saw the slick watches of Vanity. Like I mentioned, that's going to be the round. 9-5 as we head into the last round of the half.
Rugrats, I mean, they're up by 4 rounds, and tack pause probably being called by the Chaos side. I mean, what are you really talking about here? I mean, Rugrats up by 4 rounds as it is. It's difficult to call here if you're Chaos. Very difficult to call.
Absolutely. I agree.
It is your it's your T set of overpass, so we give them some leeway.
Right, of course.
Give them something to work about, and
absolutely. I mean, also, I am just setting up here real quick to see if I can get some.
We're missing the nice
Twitch tours. We're back.
We love to see it. I love this camera work.
Oh my god!
Awesome.
Look at this. So... I don't even know where we're going.
Yeah. Where are we at even?
Oh my god!
A mansion or something.
See that's the thing with all of these like Counter-Strike maps. They're all they're so scenic, but we don't see it. We don't see it at all. Yes!
No.
Give me!
No, don't do it, Sonya!
Let's go!
You love to see it.
Oh no. Here comes the counter rush from Xander, trying to catch at least one. He catches one, but cannot catch Ben.
Quick trades come back, but look at Leaf. He's already crept in towards the T connector. He might find one. No. Evaded now, but look at 2 players on each side of him. 2 in towards Fountain, and 2 over towards T-Spawn. But he still fights, and he finds a double. He gets a second on a Ben. Has to back away now to time. Time doesn't allow him to continue. And a 2 versus 2. Zeus is hot on the tail of Cam as well. They're looking for more, but Cam is able to get Leaf. And a 1 versus 2. You need a player that's strong in this scenario for Rugrats. And if there's as strong player as ever, it had to be Zelsis. 1 versus 2.
Absolutely.
He can pull this one off, surely.
Big boy Zelsis. See if he can actually pull it off, though. He's making his approach. Both T's making their way to that B site. Zelsis has no clue just yet on where they could be, so he has to try out the A site, see if the bomb's there. Doesn't hear it, has to go all the way back. And again, Cam, Vanity, chilling around, trying to see what they can pull off. Celsius over short. He gets shot down. by Cam after the shots onto Vanity, and that's a 6th round for Chaos. The Rugrats, they're not able to hold off Chaos by the end, but it's still a very heavy lead heading into the second half of the game.
Yeah, but then again, back to the MTV cribs. Oh, oh, this is awesome.
Hello, MTV. Welcome to my crib.
We can't get distracted though. Back to the match. Rugrats 9-6.
I'm very distracted.
I am too. Who wouldn't be? these are beautiful.
Chad, who won last match? I mean, hey, I could respond that for you. Recon 5, believe it or not.
Oh, instead of Recon. It's Recon.
Recon.
R-E-C.
Did I say that? Did I say that?
Uh-oh. Oh, mine doesn't have the memory anymore.
Inglondo. No, I'm a boomer, man.
A boomer? Well, actually, yeah. Everyone's a boomer.
In comparison to you, yeah, no, I'm a boomer. You're a very young lad.
I'm a millennial, basically.
A millennial? No. You're a zoomer. Zoomer! Look at you.
Zoomer? Oh no. I can't be a zoomer.
Yeah, you can.
I can't be.
That's literally the age demographic. Gen Z.
No, oh no. Oh no.
Zoomer.
No, I might have to head out now. I'm not gonna lie. I can't be called a zoomer here. Can't be called a zoomer.
No, not. Oh.
Whoa! They made it.
Best friends forever, baby. You'll like to see it. You'll like to see it. Ben and Hunter sitting in connector. KISSING, maybe?
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew it as well.
Oh, yeah, we're still waiting for this second half to come in. Seems like maybe one or more players still have to get a setup, or maybe one of these two teams simply taking their time to talk about strategies and whatnot. As y'all all know, Chaos EC currently living together in their... I don't exactly know where, but they do have a team house.
Yeah. Who wouldn't want to be in a house with Smooya? I mean, that's awesome. You know, you're Chaos, you have a team house, you're chilling, then Smooya walks in, all happy dappy that you made it to Flashpoint qualifiers, and now you got an MDL matchup.
I love the hype video for Smooya, and it's just him screaming. Woo! Like him all over the house, just hyping up the players. Let's go! Answer here is Arizona. All right, that's an interesting spot. Arizona, pretty good spot though. That's like it's a good midpoint between LA, California, and Texas. That's mainly where most of the NA lands are. So that's actually not surprising to me. Arizona.
It's a nice location too. It's always warm. And Smooya,
absolutely,
he's hot on the trail of one. Takes down Penny. Able to try and reposition. It looks like he'll be successful in doing so. Right. But Rugrats, they're ascending onto the site here, already getting an aggressive push here. And Smooya back in the corner here. Vanity as well.
Vanity.
Can't find anything. Xelsis goes down, but Smooya, he's unnoticed. Nobody knows, but he can't click any heads. He's
Smooya.
He gets one, but there it is. A 2 versus 2, and the duelies from Leap have come out supreme, and now Chaos. Cam and Ben, the lovely duo, try and pull things back here, and Ben goes down. One back from Cam here, but a 1 versus 1. Hunter has to go for the reload with 1 bullet left. It's up close for Cam. And he pulls it off. It says 1 versus 2. Cam's got it. The deep beat comes in. And 7-9 to Rugrats. They let that round slip away. The pistol round goes to Chaos.
What was that BM at the end? Cam and Hunter, they were just vibing over the connector, and like a round after, what is going on?
Oh my god, it's
disrespectful. He's going for more. That's so disrespectful. Cam and Hunter, they were just best of friends over the connector, and then immediately the round after, he goes for the BM. That's so unfortunate. Oh man, that's not fair. That's not okay. The script, that's not how the script is supposed to go, Sully. Come on.
The script. They've gone off script. They've gone off track a little bit. But hey, improv, am I right? Improv.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Maybe some drama. We might see a twit longer later.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
Serve some drama at MDL. Serve some drama.
Why I hate the CS community.
Drama, just all twit long.
Right. Oh, smooth.
We love Smooya.
Yeah. You like to see it. Quick
4K
4K.
Has to be smooth, right? It had to be smooth.
No, absolutely. Had to. He extends 14 and 12. Pretty good line so far. You see over to the Rugrats. Leaf and Zelsis. Leaf, Zelsis, Xander leading the pack. 15, 14, 13, respectively. Pretty good stuff so far from really both sides. But it seems as if, you know, Chaos, they're the ones up front so far in the second half. But this is where the real show starts. We get the guns.
Ooh, yeah, the gun show. Welcome to the gun show. First full buy for both teams. It should be interesting here. The downgraded MP9 though on Steel, however, that's a little bit worrisome as doesn't really want to upgrade it. And I can understand why here is Smoothie is gonna have some players crossing in Vanity. You know his players are above him, but can he contest with 3 players? He can get one. Hunter swings out wide and takes him down. Man, advantage gained for the Rugrats, and Smoothie's got to back away here. The Rugrats, they've got all this map control to work with that they're not too concerned about anything. They can slow things down, ramp things up whenever they want, and should be a simple time for them as this connector control gives them so much control over the map. And Ben with just a 79, he boosts up the camera, he spotted, and Xander even spraying through us, looking for it. He's got a second on the Ben as well. And the Rugrats, 5 versus 2. So detrimental to Chaos now.
Yeah, that's just going to have to be it. Rugrats with their first run of the half now. Deep nade, not going to do much. And again, just talking about the performance from Chaos this weekend. They made it on to the Flashpoint Global Qualifiers. And like I mentioned before, where location is key, Global Qualifier is going to be in Los Angeles. And of course, you guys are watching MDL at the moment, where we don't exactly know where the Global Challenge is going to be this season, but could potentially be in Texas this year. We do not know just yet.
I think it's spread out. I don't even know. No one knows at this point.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know when, where,
how,
whatever. Exactly how. What teams actually go. But whatever happens, happens. We're all here for it. It's great entertainment. Last season's was actually pretty good. The season before that, I got to see my good old Furia win out the global the global challenge. I love the way you say it, like ooh. Furia. like you really liked it. Like yeah, Furia.
Now it's a little weird.
Hey man, no, Furia is cool to watch, man. But we haven't.
The Brazilian style of play is the best.
Right.
It's the best to watch.
But we haven't been able to see them play recently, purely because they haven't needed to qualify. They've been directly invited to most of the leagues.
They're too good.
They're real good. Speaking of good teams, Chaos EC might be on the same path as that Furia squad, as they're really just trying to replicate that success, trying to make their way through, you know, just open qualifiers, closed qualifiers, all that of the sort. They don't exactly deserve to. Like, look at this lineup. It's quite the stacked lineup.
It's stacked. I mean, they got 4 IGLs basically. Smooya.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of brains there. The brain power doesn't seem to be working out for them. Maybe they need some frag power. Penny takes down Vanity. 5 versus 3 into the Rugrats with a 2-man advantage. Double down. Chaos in a dicey scenario with this 4A execution. Smooya sitting into a dumpster. Has to use his flashbang, but it doesn't look like it'll cause much. He immediately runs away and came out towards long, gets one, but he tried it out. And he bends on the flank, but he can't find much either. And that leaves Smooya. I mean, despite Smooya's raw skill, his raw talent, I don't think he can pull this one off. 4 versus 1, just has an AUG to work with, and he'll back away, save his dignity, and save his AUG to try and bring it to the next round. And 11-8 Rugrats, nice clean round for them on their T side.
Yeah, that's gonna be the frag. A little bit of lag, but we get there.
We take those.
Absolutely, we take those. 8-11. Rugrats just keep extending, and now Chaos up against the ropes in terms of a buy. Just about $2,000, $2,000 to $3,000 on almost everyone except for Steel. And Steel goes for the AWP. The rest of the yeah, they need a pause. They need a pause.
I don't mean to fall back on it, but you guys remember a certain scenario way back when Steel bought an op over. Yeah, I won't bring it back up. I won't bring it back up.
Really?
That would be a yikes to everyone.
You don't want to scrap? You don't want that?
Oh, why does he buy the op though?
No clue.
Yeah, he can buy armor and everything. He could get everything going, but I think that maybe Steel's feeling it today. He wants to show some of his capabilities. We'll see what he can get from this round of Rugrats though. That's a very strong buy in the chaos, with nothing really to work with to begin with, right? Steel will be boosted up here, try and find an opening with the Rugrats. A plethora of utility in. Wow, the firepower on that side. 4 Kriegs and up. What more could you ask for?
I mean, Chaos tried to make this AWP work at this point. That could be something that could be better in a sense, maybe. Who knows? He's being super cautious at this point. I mean, there's really no reason not to. He has to be just lurking around. And he's already gonna have to back up. Yeah, this is just frustrating. Don't really know what the decision was from Chaos or from Steel individually to pick up the AWP. But I might be biting my tongue on that one. Because the T's...
Ooh, they're going
they still have to make an approach. And, if they do make their way onto that B site, they would be walking right into the jaws of the beast.
Seal gets one. He repositions for a second. Denied by Hunter. This way from lead as well. Smooth with a 5-7. 1 versus 2. He's got 1 player on the way. He can pull this one up and find Xander, but he's denied. 8 to 12 the Rugrats. Or round. Oh, was that BM from lead?
Ooh, Smooya. Head on a swivel. Expecting Xander there, but Xander ends up winning out the battle. That's the round for the Rugrats again. 12 to 8.
Nice lead for them. It's a little bit of a back and forth, I have to say. I mean, the Rugrats, they have that weapon advantage. There isn't a lot for the Chaos side to work with, but they make some things where they find a couple of picks off the Steel and Smooya, but then again, I think the firepower was just too much for the Chaos side to deal with.
That's man, I mean, I can't get over the fact on how cool some smokes look. Like, he threw that all the way from his spawn, hit the train railing, and just bounced right down to cover the tunnels. Like, oh. So cool. So cool.
It's flashy. It's style.
Yes.
Everyone loves to see it.
Absolutely. So, in the round right after that Steel bought the AWP, Smooya actually picks up the AW. Interesting.
There we go. That's what we like to see. Smooya picking up the op. Everyone loves to see Smooya with that AWP, and just hopefully he can make some work of it. Steel only able to find 1 on 1, so maybe Smooya flexes a little bit, doubles down, maybe even gets 3 frags with it. But Rugrats, again, they're gonna go for this full B execution and get onto the site as fast as possible. Leading the charge. Hoop finds the frags. They're delayed by these Molotovs and Chaos. They've sufficiently held this down for the time being.
Yeah. I want to see the dualies work. Somehow.
Oh my god, Steel. Yeah, it could work here.
Oh my god. Nah, he's in toxic. He's gonna get stuck. And the counter smoke. Alright, he's still stuck in there. Cam distracting.
I believe.
I love this. Nice.
Oh.
Steel's still there. He's still just vibing. Bomb goes down. Dualies from behind. Steel gets 1. Looking for the other one. Celsius takes him down. But from behind, Smooya taking down Zelsis. And, oh, yes, you love to see it. The dualie's actually working out, and Vanity picks him up as tribute to his fallen friend. Chaos with a round.
They're bringing it back. The dualies from Steel work, surprisingly. I'm a little surprised it worked. I'm a little surprised.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I mean,
he held off.
With the situation that he was in, stuck in the smoke, and knowing that, instead of, staying in a very linear spot, like literally inside Toxic, he opted to stand on the Toxic barrels. And he just kind of dodged, matrixed every bullet through the smoke. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah, really nice to see. Nice, lovely utility. They'll try and make their way towards the B site, see what they can get from it, but I mean, that is shut down quickly towards Monster. Now that we've taken this on, I believe the smoke or the bomb should go down here shortly. We can see what can happen here. Not a lot going on just for the time being, and slowing things down tremendously. We'll see if they get on the site here, Rugrats. Bomb should go down.
Oh, Vanity from behind. He already picks up 2.
No, he is not behind. Oh my god, Vanity.
You didn't realize.
Yeah, he's in a huge position to do something, and They can win the round here, Chaos. Low HP on Zealous and Penny.
Oh no! Cam.
Huge flank. Oh no.
The huge flank ends up in 2, and Cam over to water. Picks up the last 2 frags. As the Rugrats, they run right into his crosshairs. And finally, Chaos, they kind of pseudo-reset the Rugrats for the first time in the half. And look at this. Oh, the nades. You like to see it.
Man. Oh, the nades. 4 nades. That's going to be a huge, huge hit. See if they actually got something from those in question.
No.
Some Molotovs out here. Chaos. They're rushing up now. Rugrats, can they find something? Make some space. The nades come in. Smooya's got 1. Retrade here. He's lining them up. Got 1, 2, maybe even a 3rd. He's got a hat trick already. He's looking for maybe an ace here. He's already got 4. He's going to go for this last frag.
Oh, 5 bullets.
He might get it. He runs out. No. Celsius takes him down. Vanity should be here from the trade, right? Straight through the smoke.
Vanity with the spray. Yep, that's it.
11 to 12. Chaos bring it back by 1 more round.
Thank you, MDZ ZamYL. I will fix that actually. Thanks so much. If it's a little bit low, I can raise you up. I can raise you up, little Sully. Your volume is now a little better.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We take those. We take those.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You guys get to see the afro in play.
Oh, I love that. Look at that smoke angle. That is awesome. Back to the MTV cribs.
Yeah, there might be a little bit of echo too on the
Ooh, look at Steel.
on the camera overlay. I can fix that.
Takes down Zelsis. 4 versus 5. Rugrats down, man, but that doesn't seem to phase him whatsoever.
Ooh, Penny taking down Vanity all alone on the A site.
Oh yeah, they have the A site. Rugrats have it.
I don't know if they're gonna approach. They're too cautious, and also the players are
Connector, yeah.
a little bit too spread out at the moment. Oh, Steel taking down Leaf all alone, and I don't like this from the Rugrats approaching all alone for these, 1v1s. It could be for info, but you don't like to see that. Chaos EC just grinding out Rugrats systematically there. And Big Smooya, head on a swivel. Crosshair all over the place.
Aware.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's aware, isn't he?
Absolutely.
The most woke player ever. No, Penny. We'll try and bring something back. But again, Smooya aware as ever, man. A triple from him. Chaos bring it back 12 to 12. Finding an equalizer to the Rugrats on their T side. They're looking a little bit worse, or where aren't they?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Chaos tying up the game for the first time. And, I mean, they were down by quite a few rounds. They were down by 5 at some point. And now to see Chaos not only tying up the game, but also potentially taking the lead here. As Rugrats, they are still stuck in the pistols. Their economy slowly building. Vanity looking over to mid. Xander immediately goes down. And now the T's spread throughout mid and long. And Vanity, like I mentioned before, head on a swivel type style. Ooh, Leaf swings out over from Connector.
Ooh, yeah.
Taking him down.
Nice shot.
And now the T's make their approach. Spray down from Smooya. Still looking for Penny. He finds Penny. Trying to find some more over the long, but here comes Steel with the cleanup. And he gets it. He gets the second frag, and Chaos take the lead for the first time in the game.
Things are going well for Chaos. I mean, on their CT side, you kind of expect it. This is more of a CT side map, in my opinion, and obviously Chaos are showing their prowess on it. A buy from the Rugrats. They need this round more so than ever, and the Rugrats, they realize as well. They're kind of in the doldrums at this point in time, and they need to find something, and they need to find something fast already. And hop in the hands of Hunter. We'll see if he can find an opening. Challenge the opposite, the big man himself. But you never want to go up against Smooya now, do you?
No, absolutely not. Never. Smooya, huge with the op, and he's in a very optimal position, to say the least. So at least look over to mid. But the T's, I mean, this is kind of the glaring problem with Chaos's team composition at this point. There's no one on A. Steel, He's the one on the rotation. Luckily in time, because you have 2 players making their approach, Zelsis and Penny. And luckily, able to get that frag. Again, Penny's still looking over there on the spot. CT is beginning to converge. It is starting to get real rough here for both the Rugrats and Chaos. As, no pun intended, Chaos is about to go down over onto this A site. Cam around the corner. T's making their way over to long. Smooya with a big frag. And Xander actually takes down Cam, even from behind, looking for the frag here. Big nade, not going to do much damage, though. It's a little bit far. But Vanity, good idea from him to at least try to get a little bit of pick damage. Smooya taking down one. Xander still trying to make his way through. 1v3 situation, and that's going to be it for the round. Chaos CC, their economy is on fire. And their aim even better. 30 bomb here from Smooya. Stealing second with a 20 bomb.
Smooya's popping off. No team stands a chance, do they? No team stands a chance. Smooya is just too good at the game. Too aware, too woke, whatever you want to call it. He's a god. He's smurfing. That's what I like to say.
He's smurfing, yeah.
He smurfs. He goes crazy sometimes, and the Rugrats at a disadvantage, a huge disadvantage. We'll try and bring things back. I mean, it's on the verge of match point here for Chaos, right? They're 1 round away, and the Rugrats, their economy worse for it. We'll see what they can do about it, but for now, though, Frags swinging the way back in favor of the Rugrats. Perhaps a chance for them. Cam is dropped in. Chaos side are looking for something to bring things back a level.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned. Oh, man. Starting to fall apart for Chaos, though. As Rugrats, their whole 1v1 strategy might just be working out in their favor. Because they go for these scattered 1v1s, and Xander sneaking around in the smoke. Taking down Vanity.
Taking him out for a nice dinner, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. You know, everyone's got to eat, no matter how we eat. It's something.
Everyone's eating good today. Rugrats eating good in this one. Nice 5 players getting away from this one with all their rifles to work with. And I mean, it's going to be huge for their economy, isn't it? They needed this to bolster them, and it looks like it'll help them out in the near future. And looking for some exits here. They'll clean everything up, I imagine, Rugrats.
Counter boost. Over to mid. Xander takes down 2, and that's going to be the round. 4K from Xander over to mid as he's just on the lurk. And Rugrats, that was potentially their last buy round if they had lost, but that's a metaphorical. Chaos EC. Still just trying to close this one out as Rugrats continue to keep it close.
1 round is all that separates them at this point from Chaos. They need to pull away with something here. Whoever hits match point is going to eventually be the victor. See, Rugrats can get themselves on a match point with this round. I mean, Chaos, they don't really have any economy to work with, and given that fact, it becomes all the more difficult for them as now we'll see what they can do in this one. Again, though, like I said, not a lot for them. Chaos, they've used already a good chunk of the utility from Vanity. They lose this one, Chaos. They'll be stuck into an eco buy, and the Rugrats, they'll have a strong bolstered economy, as you can see, off of that 1 round that they picked up. They keep themselves alive with all 5 players, and Chaos are looking to swoon things back into their favor.
Swoon. Love that. Yeah, that really would be the right word, right? You know, trying to maybe sweet talk their way onto a site, see what happens. And it seems like Chaos EC kind of rejecting. It is a week after Valentine's Day, though. Looks like love is no longer in the air. We saw that earlier. The beef between Cam and Hunter, and Vanity comes in. Nail in the coffin nice against Rugrats.
Nice cleanup. Yeah, 15-13, and I mean the Rugrats, they have a nice buy here, right? They can invest something. They've got 5K, almost 6K around on every single player, and strong buy coming through. 3 creeps, possibly even a 4th on Hunter. He picks up the op instead, and this op needs to come alive in this one. The last round, possibly the last round for both teams. Here is Chaos on match point. Rugrats need to stay afloat now. Not a lot of chances, and with this up, they need to make something happen. Hunter's bottled up in towards Connector, even in towards T-Con, and Smooth with a nice lovely nade does connect something. Tag damage found. Even flicks over to Penny. That is fast.
Right.
That is real fast.
Oh. T is very scattered, but there's someone already on the B site. Leaf taking down Cam. CT's still waiting around for an approach. Leaf, he's the one up front. In a battle already with an MP9. Ben does not win that out. That's going to be the site for the Rugrats. And now it's down to Smooya in a 1v3. He starts it off huge. Big shot from him. Looking for some more. Potentially. As he has Zelsid and Hunter to deal with. Chaos, their cash is not looking too great. They would be hard-pressed to even approach at this point.
Yeah, Smooth, he's able to go for the reposition. If he can get this back on Hunter, there's definitely a chance here, but he doesn't spot him. Hunter gets him. And the Rugrats stay alive for one more round. This is coming right down to the wire, man. I don't know who can pull away with this one. Overtime is looking more and more likely each round that elapses, and each time the second ticks away on that clock. I mean, this is a weak buy from Chaos.
Absolutely. Super, super weak. Now here we go. Another round on the board. As again, last round of regulation could potentially be the round that leads into overtime. As like you mentioned before, the CTs, their buy isn't exactly too great. But if they play the right angles, the right off angles, we could be able to see some magic here from Chaos to maybe shut it down 16-14. Already a big spray over the line.
Yeah, not a great start there. Zels is picking off Cam, and that forces Chaos to rest them to reposition, and they need to play this properly. If they can't pull this one off, I mean, overtime seems a little bit more likely. Smooth peeks out, does find one lovely shot at him, takes him down and back away. I think I'm a little bit ahead, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm a little bit ahead.
Yeah, just a little bit. Now you are. Now you are.
10 or so seconds, 10 or so seconds.
Just a tad. Just a tad. I'll take it from here. Smooya! Still last man on the line. 1v3 essentially for him. And now it's just down to Ben. Picks up the M4. Still has some Kevlar to work with. Has Hunter on the rotation into the site. And ladies and gentlemen, we have overtime. A rough scenario all over, man. Chaos, they had it. They had quite the lead heading into the last round, and unfortunately, just couldn't pull things away.
No, yeah. I mean, you even said that they needed that last round. Their money wasn't going to be good. It was such a difficult round to go about that last one with no economy, no real utility, nothing really to back them up, and it was just all the more difficult with the fact that those early frags went the way of the Rugrats, and now overtime. I mean, we expected this match to be close, and it's proven itself. I mean, this is probably one of the better matchups of tonight. You'll see
right
on this channel, and I mean, it's living up to its expectation. The map like overpass, both teams battling their hearts out, and it's coming down to the wire. Rugrats pulled through with overtime, and Chaos, they've got a lot of work ahead of them.
This is as close as you can get. I mean, we're literally in overtime. It's two powerhouses, two teams slated to make it deep into playoffs in terms of seeding, and just in terms of manpower. Just looking at the people on the server in general. Definitely huge chances for both sides heading into the rest of the season. Chaos, a little bit more so. They've been dominant in the online scene in the past couple of months. Even getting some success on lands recently. But still looking to make their way potentially into the Global Challenge and potentially ESL Pro League. But for now, we're on a little bit of a break. Seems like someone has maybe a quick phone call. Mom's calling. Mom!
I'm in overtime.
I'm in overtime right now. I'm playing with my team. My squad needs me. I can't pause the game.
I need to get it back. Or maybe they had to take out the trash. But then again.
Yeah.
They're all locked in. 15-15. Maybe. I mean, I'm content with this MVP crib setup, right? You know, I love just zooming around the map in these beautiful sin paths. But looks like we're going to get things back underway. 15-15. 16K for every single player. You're not sure how overtime works. It's a best out of 6. First team to win 4 out of the 6. 3-3 halves are declared the victors. And Chaos back on their CT side will kick things off for overtime number 1. And Rugrats on their T side looking to close things out here. I mean, it really comes down to, in my opinion, whoever closes it, whoever gets 2 or 3 rounds on their T side is eventually going to make just because both
Should be
teams,
it, right?
their CT side is so strong, and I mean, it's going to be so evenly matched unless someone pulls through with 2 rounds on their T side. That's what it's going to come down to, I think.
Here comes the approach already. Early from Zelsis, picking up a kill onto Steel. Ooh, sprayed through the smoke, trying to find something. He backs all the way up, though. Can't exactly approach even more. But that's already early man advantage for the Rugrats.
Yeah, nice early pick for them. See what they can do from it. If they can snowball, if they can keep this one in their pocket.
Oh!
Be bad yet. Now one of the trades are going back and forth though, and Rugrats, I mean, they have this man advantage, and
oh Ben!
Here. Oh no!
Oh Ben!
Oh my god!
Ben's going nuts!
Shot there.
He got another one.
Goodness. Oh my god, Ben! What the?
We're not even on him. Leaf
here?
around the corner. He goes down. Ben goes nuts. 4 kills for Ben. He sweeps up the round solo for Chaos.
He wins that single-handedly. That entire round was him. I mean, maybe Ben's a new opper. Ben's a new opper, I guess.
Pressed a couple of buttons that I really shouldn't have. But now we're back. The buttons, bro. The buttons. I'm sorry. It happens. Oh, man. Projection quality. NA, of course. But Smooya on the front lines. Taking down Leaf. Zelsis trying to creep his way through the smoke. And he might just find Cam. And he will. Now it's down to a 4-on-4. Smooya with the pistol. Tries to pick up the frag. They're onto Xander, but it doesn't work out in his favor. Still 3-on-4. Ben with a late boost, and it just might work out in his favor. As now the T's, I mean, there's literally a playground on this map. But now the map itself is now a playground for the Rugrats, as they can essentially pick and choose wherever they want to go.
Yeah, they have all this map control to work with, and the repositioning from Chaos. It has to be phenomenal. And able to bring something back, a 2 versus 2, and looking for anything. I mean, this should be a round that really doesn't seem likely. Oh no.
Ben pops off again. 2v2. Ben in the back lines. Penny on top of the box. Trying to make his way through. He goes down to Steel. Hunter last one remaining in a 1v2. Rugrats had a huge man advantage, and they've lost it. Steel comes around the corner. Missed no scope for Hunter. And that's the round. Chaos EC. 2-round lead.
These rounds are just pandemonium. Well, what is happening here? Chaos, I mean, they can get on the match point here, essentially, right? This is what they need, 17-15. They're leading already by 2 rounds in the first half of overtime number 1. And they're looking to break things even more one-sided as already. Kicking things off. Quick aggression here over towards Fountain. Trying to get this control here, Smooya, but he will be backing away. And the Rugrats, 5 versus 5. Already taking damage here, Hunter. Some chip damage and trying to reposition around the map. The Rugrats. They need something on their T side, or else it becomes a lot more difficult when they transition to their CT side because all the pressure's on them.
Uh-oh. Deep smoke. Zelsis off. Leaf. Over to Pit. Trying to get himself something going here. Time is still flowing. Rugrats still yet to get a frag, but lots of damage. Xander down to 1 HP. Ben down to 8. Oh. Oh no, Steel, don't do it. No, Steel, don't do it. Steel, don't do it. Steel, don't do it. Runs right on through. Pop flash from his teammates all the way over the wall. Leaf takes him down. 4v5. Cam now around the corner trying to hold things off. Still 30 seconds left in the round. Rugrats need to act, and they need to act quick. And here they come. Cam leaves down to flash. Ben with a shot. Cam around the corner, picking up some more. Smooya combining with another. Hunter around the corner. Is he about to go down? And he will. That's the round. Chaos starting off the first half of overtime with a clean 3-0 sweep.
And now they're on match point here, Chaos. I mean, I said that Rugrats, they needed 1 T round, and now it just takes 1 more round for Chaos to close things out. And it's so more difficult for Rugrats because they've been playing the entire half on their T side, and now they're going just back to their CT side. How do they cope with it? It's so difficult. We're here, the second half of overtime, number 1. Can they make a quick 3-0 sweep like Chaos, or will we be closing out here in the first overtime setup? 18-15 match point for Chaos. Who comes out on top here? It's right down to the wire here for both teams, and Rugrats, they're on the short end of the stick at the moment.
Two CCs off to mid, half to back all the way up. And even connector. Zelsis smokes himself off to try to stay safe. T is roaming around. Trying to sweep this one up. I heard it's, you know, potentially spaghetti night. So Chaos trying to get this one done. Get themselves, I mean, do you think that they have a personal chef?
Chaos, yeah, probably. You know, you gotta keep Smooya well fed. According to the actual Chaos,
Big Smooya.
they said his diet consists mainly of McDonald's and donuts.
Really?
So, yeah, that's what we're told. That's what we're told.
Man, okay.
That's the secret. McDonald's equals W's in Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, I don't exactly follow that ideology either, because I don't exactly eat, you know, eat out a lot. So my W's are all the way low.
So you gotta follow Smooya's book of victories, essentially.
Of course. I feel like Smooya could probably like release a book.
The Bible of Counter-Strike.
Section 1. McDonald's. Oh man, 2v3. Chaos on the front lines trying to sweep this one up. Now it's just down to Cam. Oh, he takes down 1. He has no time. He would have to get Helipix. And Hunter ends up taking him down. And that's just going to be the quick and simple round for the Rugrats as Chaos EC systematically go down on the site. Smooya, 37 kills so far in the game. I mean, even with overtime, Smooya was popping off in regulation. We mentioned before the 30 bomb from him. And now he's just stat padding at this point. ATOL TV is going to love this one. That's for sure. Oh, okay. Over to playground. Ben taking down Xander. Now the T's begin to converge. Potentially on this B site. Deep nade. Gonna actually tag down Zelsis. 68 HP. Still kind of waiting around. Spray here from Vanity. But it's still very quiet. 1 minute and 5 left. Chaos EC, they have lots of equipment to work with. So taking their time to line it up. And Rugrats, I mean, they kind of realize that this B-side is going to be the focus. Because you have 3 men here out of the 5. Just kind of waiting around. But here comes the approach. Big pop flash from Smooya. Vanity popping out, picking up 2. Ben picking up Penny. And now it's just down to Hunter in a 1v5. The T's making their way through. Vanity just straight up gets the kill. A perfect round to end it for Chaos. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it for game 2. We still have another game on the board, ladies and gentlemen. We still have another one. I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. Big Smooya leads the squad to, if I'm not mistaken, their first W on the MDL season. And for now, also, Sully, I do hear that you're going to have your bedtime soon.
Yeah, you know, I've got high school tomorrow. It's 7 a.m. So
High
that's gonna
school.
be it for me. I know, right? Couldn't be up mine.
Could not be me. Could not be me.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to sign off. It was a pleasure casting. We had some great Counter-Strike. It was a lovely chill cast, and obviously, I mean, we had some great Counter-Strike being showed. Big upsets, Recon 5, and then Chaos pulling up. Obviously, Chaos. Those are the boys right there. Smooya, Big Smooya. They come out on top. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you for having me on. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully you have a great rest of the evening and a final nice best of one.
Absolutely. Our next best of one, Big Frames versus Thunder Logic. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned as we have some more content coming your way very, very soon. If I'm not, well, very, very soon. If I'm not mistaken, the game might be live. So gonna hit it over to a quick break, switch over to the IP, and we'll be on very soon. My name is Upmine. Thank you guys for being with us so far.
Then you better use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you want it to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh.
Opening in the clouds, and I'll take it. Yeah, remind.
Everybody loves an underdog. Who needs to be liked?
Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Big Frames v Thunder Logic live on the board for y'all. And I'm going to take this one solo. My name is Upmine. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. It's our third and final best of one for the night. As you already have a take from Thunder Logic. On the way onto this A site. Quality is a little better too. I was using a clean feed for map 2. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the observing stylings of the boy Flippy Bits. And also Sully, of course, joining us for that second map. But for now, Big Frames and Thunder Logic on the board. And look at this. Anderson immediately going down. Here comes Rabbit in a 1v4. And that's going to be the round. Bomb planted for Thunder Logic, so they are going to have an abundance of cash to work with next round. But otherwise, Big Frames looking real good that round. Big love to those in chat right now. I see a couple of y'all. Echo the Beast. I see MDZ. I don't know how to pronounce your full tag, but MDZ. I'm cool with that. Big love to you, my friend. So now the T's, they take control of mid for now through the smoke. You see Devastation getting himself a hit or two. And Thunder Logic, before they can even approach the site, they're already getting grinded on in terms of HP. And Shawniak and Rabbit, both getting tagged. Ooh, Sharky boosting up his teammate here. Picky. Oh, little does he know is that Shawniak is already all the way up in Sniper. That's going to be at least one kill for him. And now this B site might be a little bit of a Wild West here, but instead, you still have players still working out that B site, and Pure is going to go down for it. Walshy taking down Shawniak over to A also. That should just be the round. Dev taking down Anderson. Nice down to Sharky. 1v4, he goes down. Big Frame staying real clean. Even with, you know, kind of the slip up over to mid. Nothing much you could do about that. And now Thunder Logic, after half buying last round, they're going to be able to pick up AKs, the SG. You'll like to see it. Flippy Bits in chat, ladies and gentlemen, please, for the love of God, give him a follow. Follow him on his socials. Man's in for a second. For just the beginning, just to see what happens. Whenever I use Auto Director, I always find myself looking to kind of spot another player. But Anderson taking down one. Sharky picking out Picky. That's down to Bite, Dev, and Narrow. Just trying to take on this 3v4 against Thunder Logic. Narrow goes down to Purer. Bite, though, with very low HP, still wins out that battle. But Anderson sweeps it up for the Thunder Logic side. That's their first round. And Big Frames up against the Rookie. Essentially a pellet gun against the Kevlar and helmet. That's down to a 2-on-5. Relatively cut and dry here. Bite and Dev. Realistically, best that they can do is economic damage at this point. Trying to maybe take away an AK or two. Just to make this expensive for Thunder Logic. As again, Thunder Logic's economy is also pretty fragile at the moment. So Bite would have to go big. Still waiting around. The T is very safe. Not giving Bite essentially any pixels to aim at, but Shawniak might be walking right into him. Bite trying to get it. Oh no, Bite. So many bullets, not enough hits. And that's going to be the round for Thunder Logic. And even then, the Big Frame side, they don't have too much cash to work with. They are going to be able to scrap up something, but not the equipment that they need. Double up setup, of course. That works out, but you would like to see a couple of nades to at least be attempted for the counters. But they want to run in dry. They want to at least depend on their aim. That's cool with me. Here comes Narrow. In a 1v1. They're not exactly going to interact with one another. So for now, Thunder Logic going very slow. Trying to work out the entire map before they even approach. You know, very smart, very methodical. And Anderson picks down Narrow. Narrow goes a little bit deep on the pick. And speaking of picks, Picky over to A. He's getting real pressured right now with wall bangs and nades. And even then, he escapes with a pretty decent amount of HP. Anderson over to B. Actually sweeps it up. Bite takes him down. Now 3v3. The T's making their way around. Hopefully realizing that there's actually two CTs over to A. Hopefully Thunder Logic won't walk into the jaws of the beast, but that's unfortunately what might happen here. Oh, and Shawniak, though, takes down Picky. Picky not exactly expecting anyone to be over to mid. Mid was completely in the T's control, so to be in that position is quite the rough decision. And Shawniak, he's in a really good spot. He takes down Bite. Now it's going to be down to a 1-on-3 for Welshie as he tries to make his way around. Sharky. He's already boosted up over beyond triple. Oh, he picks him out. All right, Welshie. Trying to pick up 4 kills for him on the round to take it away. Fury peeks the corner, though. That's going to be the kill. And Thunder Logic, 3 rounds in a row, resetting Big Frames down to about $2,000 to $3,000. Pistols are going to be in order. And now Thunder Logic, they can essentially treat this map as a bonus round. Wilshie goes a little bit too far. Over to Connector, he's going to end up going down to Pure. And Shaniak down to 23 HP off the dink. T's starting to make their approach. Pure going to take down Picky, trying to look for some more. Bite wins out the battle. Rabbit looking for his target, finds Narrow. There's still some more fireworks. Over to Snipers. Now it's just down to Devastation. 1v4. He has the Zeus. Let's see if he can actually pick something up. This would be huge. Oh, no. But he has 2 players lurking around him. Oh, man. The timing. The paranoia. And that's just the round. Thunder Logic, they pick up another one. Is now Big Frames on their way up. They have the AWP, M4s. Some equipments to use. Very good stuff. But Thunder Logic certainly on the uptick. Lots of cash to work with. Their economy, quite the cushion for them. Narrow tried to make the cat jump, but he unfortunately goes down. The peak. Narrow taking down a Shaniak. Sharky, Anderson both trying to make their way through. As Thunder Logic very early on. Down to a man disadvantage. You guys saw Shaniak going down over to mid. Now here comes the picks. Anderson trying to pop off. Same with Sharky. Down to a 2-on-3. More or less equalized. Narrow goes down. There's still a player. Welshie. Over to A. Looking for a pick or two. He's going to pick up the spray onto Anderson. Great control. Now it's just down to Sharky. 1v3. Or I'm sorry, 3. 1v2. Quick maths. Failing me now. And now Sharky. 43 HP. Just has to stick around the corner. Has nowhere else to go as now the CTs start to converge. Has the headshot onto Welshie. Dev making his way around. Sharky almost clutching it out. Dev was at 100 HP. But that's unfortunately it. Devastation. Raining on the site. As he picks up the round for Big Frames. Back to 3-4. In a highly contested bout. Kind of looking back on what Thunder Logic has done in the past couple of months, and almost nothing to speak of in terms of online performance. Thunder Logic not making it into any of the open qualifiers, or any of the closed qualifiers in a sense. The Rio qualifiers that weren't able to make it through. They weren't able to play in many online leagues either. Their last performance, I was able to follow them through. Thunder Logic was last at the NCS Grand Finals in Philadelphia. Fragadelphia 14. It was an absolute pleasure seeing this team on LAN. And now here comes Anderson. Double kill for them. It's now Thunder Logic. I mean, this is their first performance online, like I said. And to see them back against a team like Big Frames, it's quite the entrance. And they currently have the lead, 5-3. Superman in chat, who do you think will win? Personally, in terms of recent performances, I would like to say Big Frames. But like I said before, I mean, Thunder Logic just hasn't been playing in the past, I would like to say, 2 or 3 months. Consistently online in a sense. Of course, they've all been practicing together. They've been trying to go for these open qualifiers. But Thunder Logic have been relatively quiet. But Big Frames, though, making it pretty big in the last month or so in terms of online. Let me actually look back. I would actually like to see. They made it pretty deep yesterday in the Flashpoint tournament, if I'm not mistaken. They did. They made it into close qualifiers. And they made it into lower bracket round 2. And they lost to a team that you guys saw earlier on the stream. They lost to Swole Identity 2-0 on Mirage and Vertigo. I was able to spectate that match. It was a very entertaining one, to say the least. Big Frames ended up losing out Vertigo, or not Vertigo, Mirage. Actually, yes, both maps ended up 16-9. So Thunder Logic might have a little bit of an upper hand. Who knows? Both teams have the exact same win percentage on these maps. 33% with Big Frames recently on HL TV playing out 6 maps, and Thunder Logic playing out 3 maps. Big Frames, not much to work with this round. Just trying to build up economy. As Thunder Logic finally have them against the ropes. Big Frames, they were kind of mounting a comeback, but risky decision making for the Big Frame side. A late approach onto the site ended up costing them. From over to mid, Pure and Shaniac Rabbit all combining. Pure barely flashed. Was able to get something going. Narrow over to top mid. He has the AWP. Looking for a firing range. He missed out on the first shot, but ends up picking down Rabbit. Bomb is still stuck. Narrow is just chilling out. Anderson, Pure, making their way up. Narrow, head on a swivel, looking around. Smoke over. Narrow picking up one. And Pure finally picking up the round for Thunder Logic, but Big Frames came into that round on almost a full eco there. So to see Thunder Logic be restricted down to only a single player at the end, it's a very scary scenario. But like I mentioned before, Thunder Logic 6-3 up. Picky with a big frag onto Shaniac. And Pure popping off too. Spraying down, getting the wallbang headshot. Narrow taking down Pure. The gap in the smoke, it was big enough for him to get him. Now it's down to a 4-on-3. Big Frames trying to go big. And Thunder Logic taking their time. 1:15 left in the round. Still a lot of equipment to work with. They have enough for a take here onto this B site. Let's see if they actually execute on it. Two CTs on this B site, evenly watching. It's going to be Devin Bite in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Caster and an observer extraordinaire. You guys have seen him in previous global challenges. It's Boggs. What a legend. Devin a one-on-one. Anderson trying to win it out from behind. Rabbit might be able to take down 2. Walshy goes down. Now it's just down to 1. Dev, 1v2. Anderson takes him down, and that's another round for Thunder Logic. They make the round comeback. Yeah, Boggs, it's really good to see you. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the game. You won your open game. 16-14 on Dust 2. Yeah, that sounds like fun, man. I might be playing open next season, so watch out. Big up mine frags. Who knows? Anderson with a couple of frags here and there. It's 2 for him so far. Walshy, Dev. Dev, last one remaining. Only has a dig. Looking for economic damage at this point. Just trying to take away an AK or 2. Trying to force Thunder Logic to reinvest next round. He actually picks up 1. Just looking for another headshot at this point. Not going to happen. Big frames. Down 3-8 as Thunder Logic. They already confirm out the half. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. Looking at the chat. Line up for the last 2. Caster Squad. Absolutely. You, me, Pineapple, Ito. I have a... If you know him, there's Bear. There's an observer who lives very close to me. His name is Bear. He was actually looking for kind of a caster open team to join. So I'm down for that. Big work. The T's, they invade mid. Not just down to Big Frames' own devastation once again. It always seems like Dev is the last one remaining in these sort of situations. No, it's not Bearcoon. No, it's not Bearcoon. Wait, it might be. It might be. I don't know. He's been using some weird names lately. I'll tag him soon. He's an observer. He used to do work for Nerd Street. And he ended up moving to my university. We both... Well, at least we're both attempting to play in the collegiate league right now, CSL. So big things, big things. Speaking of big things, Big Frames, not doing so great. As another round passes and Thunder Logic wins it out with relative ease. Taking down both mid and A. Winning out all of the gun battles that they need. Another big round for Big Frames. They haven't exactly, you know, found their dynamic just yet. Big Frames need 6 for the comeback IMO. Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially on T-side Mirage. It's certainly tough when you face kind of a formidable opponent such as Thunder Logic. Because we've already seen kind of the tactical prowess of this squad. So far, great nades, great takes almost the entire time. Putting on heavy focus over from mid and A. And always winning out their gun battles. So Big Frames at this point, I mean, they need to make the most out of this first half. Considering the situation that they're in. If there was any chance for a comeback, I mean, absolutely. Counter-Strike is Counter-Strike, especially online. It's always the Wild West of wins and whatnot. So you never know what happens. Big Frames, of course, you guys saw them over the weekend. Great performance. Even winning out the first winners round in the Flashpoint Close qualifiers. But of course, ended up losing out in the losers bracket by the end. And look at this. Big Frames. Currently up 4v1. I mean, that you like to see that. You definitely do like to see that. There's now Rabbit trying to clear out the site. Not going to peek under. Walshy with the Mag 7. Going to pick up the frag. And that's a round for Big Frames. The eco. Big Frames ecoing Thunder Logic. Not something that we really expected to see. And now look at the cash here. Look at the cash of Thunder Logic. They are in shambles after this round if they do end up losing. But again, that's just metaphorically speaking. Big Frames could easily, potentially, you know, lose out this one. But there's still a big chance. Let's not doubt the boys, ever. Narrow, over to connector. Looking for Rabbit, takes down Rabbit. T's already down to a man advantage. Good smoke. Recovering snipers. The man over to ladder. Narrow gonna go down to Pure over to underpass. Oh no, Bite! Almost missing his spray. Almost. Very almost. There's now Thunder Logic. Down to 3 men. Bite still popping off. He goes right into the site. And now Picky looking for more. He spots 2 and he kills 2. Big Frames with the comeback. And now Thunder Logic against the ropes. $3,000 left on almost everyone. They're going to be down in terms of equipment. So either you pick up an AK or an SG with no equipment, or you pick up the Galil or MAC-10 with all of the equipment that you could ever work with. And you see that with Pure and Sharky. They pick up the MAC-10s. You see a Galil on Rabbit, and he still picks up equipment. And Anderson and Insomniac, AK, SG, almost no equipment. Here comes the approach. Early approach from Thunder Logic. They try to make their way through relatively dry. And Welshie popping off. I love that name. Welshie is big. And that's kind of the theme right now. Welshie going big as now Pure goes down. Anderson, same thing. Clean round from Big Frames as they close out the half in style. Now we are just waiting for the next half to come in, and I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last half of the stream. It's been an absolute pleasure being with y'all so far today. I hope to be back with more CS action. I commentated, I would like to say in the past 3 days, I've commentated over 24 hours of Counter-Strike. This includes 3 or 4 different leagues in 3 different regions. So ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want some good, clean Counter-Strike content, entertaining Counter-Strike content, my channel is a great way to get it. There's a lot of great friends of mine and around the casting scene who have also been covering as much CS as I am. But if you guys do want to support myself in my mission in becoming a big boy caster, now's your chance. Give me a follow and I appreciate you very much. Second half on the board. Big Frames already coming in with a little bit of confidence, with a little bit of momentum. But the real momentum swing is going to come in the form of a pistol round. Thunder Logic with the opportunity to extend their lead fully, essentially. They win out this round. They potentially win out the second. That gives them a red carpet spot into a potential 13-6 scoreline. And Big Frames, they could tie it up of just a couple of rounds. So even with this take over to A, you see the T side sneaking their way onto B. And now the CCs, they're going to begin to converge. You already see the kill. Sharky and Arrow. Bite around over to Cat. Picky trying to go for some headshots. Bite still approaching, waiting for Insomniac. Insomniac wins the battle from behind. Anderson takes down Picky. That's going to be the side. Thunder Logic win out the round. And one more round for them, potentially, depending on the economy of Big Frames. This could be it for Thunder Logic. Superman in chat. Thank you so much. Thank you for the love, buddy. I appreciate you. Could the power of the Eco Buy come into play here? Is now Big Frames with about $3,000 on almost everyone. They're going to have to force out here. Picky and Welshie, they're going to be the ones to buy out their teammates to try to force up a Juggernaut type lineup. And let's see what happens. Thunder Logic, 3 MP9s and an M4 and a Scout as the big frame side. Like I mentioned before, the Juggernaut buy. 2 SGs and a Galil. And still players roaming around, trying to make their way through. Big frames essentially have full control of mid right now. And it's Shawniak with a big headshot. That's going to open things up for him as Bite. That's a lot of equipment too. Bite had a full equipment buy. Full Kevlar and helmet. And he goes on that early to a single bullet. So now big frames already on the back foot. Somehow trying to win out this round. As they need it. They absolutely need it. It's pivotal. T's still waiting on the approach. They're going to split from ramp and connector. Here comes the approach. Picky. In the back. Headshot onto Shawniak. 2 CTs on the site. Both players trying to make their way through. Welshie in the back lines. Taking down Sharky. Still a trade here. Fuhrer in the under spot. In the under palace spot. Gonna end up taking down one. Narrow. Trying to peek out a player here. And he picks out Rabbit and big frames. Bring back the game. Thunder Logic gets shut down. The Juggernaut buy coming into play. Another big frame side. Almost everything to work with. Thunder Logic on the legendary Deco buy here on Anderson and Shawniak and Rabbit. Sharky and Pure splitting up. The Scout and 5-7. Looking for big damage at this point. As like I mentioned before, big frames on the uptick. Here comes Rabbit. Needs to take this shot. Needs to win out that battle. And oh, through the smoke. Pure. Taking down Narrow to 37 HP. The CTs, they have the upper hand in terms of damage. But can they actually pick this one out? Can they actually win it out? Up from above. Rabbit looking for a pick. Looking for multiple. Oh no, his Deagle runs out of ammo. That could have been huge. Here comes Pure. He only takes down one. Picky and Bite making their way onto the site. Bite with a plant. But this is so possible. And Shawniak and Sharky, they have 2 players down to only a single shot. And it doesn't matter. Picky goes big. Sharky trying to win out this battle. And it's going to be Bite. Big frames with another round. And they shut down Thunder Logic. CT is expected to get grinded out here. And that's the round. Ladies and gentlemen, this stream is my personal stream brought to you by water. Hydration is key, ladies and gentlemen, as we head into the latter half of the round, or the latter half of the game. And for some of our North American boys, it is getting pretty late, so please, drink some water. I want you healthy. But of course, the actual stream, the actual league itself brought to you by Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. They call it victory in a can for a reason. Product is so good. I tweeted these exact words early on. Okay, I literally cannot overstate how much I want Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel right now. I am forced to advertise the product on stream, and I don't have the product right now. This isn't an ad. I'm just desperate. And that's right, ladies and gentlemen. I don't actually have Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel on me right now. Of course, I've had the product multiple times in the past, but I don't have it on me right now. It's a very sad time for a gamer. But the round fully in swing. Thunder Logic currently 4v2 up. Oh, and Pure over to mid, picking up himself a couple of frags, and that's going to be the round. Thunder Logic back in this one. As now Big Frames down to potentially 2 rounds before they get reset. And Thunder Logic finally with an uptick on the round. Yeah, Flippy Bits. I need help on that. Do you know the command to kind of turn off smooth spectator? Because it is kind of annoying sometimes. Superman, you're from Nepal? Welcome, buddy. Nepal, probably the best flag. Probably the best flag on planet Earth. It's a flag, but it's also not a flag. Welcome to our international friends, too. Some Europeans in chat. Of course, myself. I am Brazilian. I am the quote-unquote favela man. You guys can catch me sometimes commentating some South American games, of course. Gotta represent the region. I'm a big fan of a lot of the teams there, making their way up in the world. Here comes Dev. Big Frames trying to make it back into this round, but it doesn't matter. Anderson already over to mid, taking down Picky. Now it's just down to 1. Dev in a 1v4. Pure gonna take him down. And that's just a round. Thunder Logic shutting down Big Frames. And now the Big Frame side, only down to about $2,000 on each player. Deagle's in order. Picky. He's the only one with a gun here, but oh my god, I don't even think the guns even matter at this point. Anderson getting picked down to 55 HP after the kill on Rabbit. Of course, Anderson still searching. Might just kill Dev here, and he does. Gets the slick headshot. And Picky with the SG actually goes down. He's not able to get a single frag off of it. Pure or Anderson's Sharky. Trying to shut down these players at the moment. It's not too tall of a task, to say the very least. As Big Frames, realistically, in this round, they were just trying to get that famous economic damage. Trying to restrict Thunder Logic, trying to take away as many guns as possible before going down. Trying to make them reinvest into the next round. Make things expensive for them. But it seems like Big Frames, they might get more than they would have bargained for very soon. As they are making their way onto this B site. Anderson in the back lines. Welshi with a spray. He gets it. And that's going to be the plant. Are Thunder Logic about to get ecoed? Sharky coming around the corner trying to take down the player, but it's not going to matter. Now it's just down to Pure in a 1v2. This is rough. This is rough, boys. Pure coming out over to Cat, and that's Bite with a headshot. Big Frames ecoing Thunder Logic again. And they need a pause. Thunder Logic needs to really rethink about their buy next round. Trying to rethink a strategy at this point. Try to restructure the team. As it seems like, again, I mean, Thunder Logic, they are winning out the gun battles. The early gun battles at that. But Big Frames, it always seems as if they're able to make it back near the latter ends of latter ends of rounds. This is starting to get rough. And Shawniak and Sharky, double op setup. T's making their approach. 3 over to mid. Pure. Oh no, don't do it. Oh no, don't do it. Pure. He's gonna back off of that position. That's so scary. Oh, here comes the approach, and Shawniak looking for a head or two. Might be Picky, might be Welshie. Who knows? And Shawniak picks down one. Picky with the return frag. That's the up down, and that just might be the sight. Turning around. Narrow taking down Anderson. Thunder Logic. They're starting to go down. Dev takes down Pure. And there's still a player here. There's still Rabbit. And he just goes down to Narrow. It doesn't even matter. Sharky, last one in a 1v3. And he has to save. The double op setup doesn't work. And Thunder Logic, they are thoroughly reset. Every single game on stream tonight, boys, going all the way down to the wire. We had a 16-14. We had an overtime game. And now we have yet another game reaching double digits and going back and forth. I love this. Big Frames left bomb all the way back in T-spawn. And Sharky didn't find it. If Sharky did find it, that would have been it. That would have unfortunately been a bad scenario for the Big Frame side. But Sharky is just in the back lines. He's just waiting. He's just about to save. And Big Frames, they're going to win this one out. So with all the ecos here from Big Frames, who knows? We might be seeing, potentially soon, a Thunder Logic eco round. Who knows? Maybe Big Frames is about to get ecoed. Superman, I see you. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Again, CT is on an eco. Still have the picked up or the saved AWP onto Shawniak. So still big work to do for Big Frames. As they do try to make their way around. Walshy over to mid. Trying to make his way through with his boys. Super Spec. Super Spec. What a name. Beautiful name. Thank you so much for the follow, buddy. I appreciate you. T's slowly working their way through. Might be walking into the stack A, the 4-man stack A very soon. Very unorthodox. Oh, the sound. Very unorthodox too. Oh, okay. Walshy around the corner. Actually loses to Pure. Pure picks up the SG. And now it's an approach over to the B site. You have Rabbit looking for a headshot here, but Dev ends up winning out the battle. You hate to see it. And now Sharky's the last one remaining. 1v4. As Thunder Logic will not actually eco. Big Frames. And that's just going to be the round. Sharky looking for a headshot potentially. Hey, he gets the kill. He gets something. But still, Big Frames. They complete the comeback and they tie up the game for the first time. Thunder Logic has been in the lead this entire game so far. All 24 rounds so far. And even then, Big Frames crawling their way back. Slowly but surely. She peeking out towards the corner, and a trade frag from Narrow. That's unfortunate. Oh no, Narrow down to 7 HP, and he doesn't go down. Anderson needed that one. And now the approach. Bite taking down Sharky. A 2v4. Thunder Logic somehow trying to make their way back into this round. And off of this round, I mean, Thunder Logic's about to get reset. Or at least, I think they are. Their last bonus is pretty fine. So they are going to get around $3,000. But even then, that's not a lot to work with against Big Frames. And we might be seeing Big Frames potentially be able to make their way into a 14-2 scoreline very, very soon. We will have to see. Vaughn finally going to take down Thunder Logic. They're not going to approach. Anderson and Rabbit both saving. Drops from teammates. Equipment is certainly not going to be prevalent in this round for a couple of players on Thunder Logic. And indeed they're not. 2 flashes and a smoke is all that they have to work with in terms of counters. And what is this? What is this? Pure. Rushing Palace. And catching Bite. Okay, Thunder Logic. Comes to approach. T's making their way on site. Rabbit in the back lines, and Dev takes him down immediately. And Shawniak starting off the 3v3, trying to get a pick, not gonna happen. Oh no. Narrow picking up some picks, and he goes big. You guys see there in the scoreline, Narrow is big, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Big Frames, 14-12 over the Thunder Logic side. And a pause on the board, potentially from Thunder Logic, as they do need to reorganize themselves again. Even with the dominance in the second half from Big Frames, ADR is looking pretty good so far on both sides. 123 ADR on Pure, even though his team is unfortunately down. 86, 86, 85, 92. Narrow, Walshy, Picky, Dev, all popping off. You'll like to see it. Looking over to chat, Juragaza. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Currently a couple followers away, actually. 24 followers away. Or no, wow. No, not 24. Just updated for me. I have 22 followers left until 1.5k followers. That'll be big. Dev taking down Pure. Here comes the approach, and Shawniak on site looking for something through the gap in the smoke. He gets the pick onto Walshy, getting the headshot. Still a 3v3. The T's making their way through. Dev, Bite, Narrow. All cleanly on site is Thunder Logic. Again, still struggling to make their way back. And Shaniak on the approach has the AWP through the wall. Will not go for anything. Anderson trying to help out. All the T's not giving any pixels except for Bite. Bite peeked all the way out. That's the ramp player exposed. Rabbit looking for something. Nera in the back. That's going to be a jump headshot. It's Shaniak taking down Dev and Thunder Logic. Somehow, some way, somehow, back in this game. Whoa, I just got a hell of viewers. Out of nowhere. Just shot up to 250. Welcome, welcome. Don't know if this is a raid or not, but welcome. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. You're the best caster so far. Oh, hell yeah. Dude, Nepal is sick. Other stream is laggy. Ah, understandable. It happens. Picky taking down Nachaniak through the smoke. Still approaches here for the T's. Spreading their way all throughout the sites. 3 over to mid. Pure. Looking for something. Still a minute 20. Lots of equipment for big frames to use at this point. Oh, Sharky, no way. Oh, Sharky, he gets full flash and couldn't execute on the spray. And that's the ace site for big frames. Still a 3v4. Around the corner, Pura with 1. Dev trades it 2v3. Even jumps up on the box. Dev looking for something here. He gets the peek through the smoke. Onto Rabbit. And now it's Anderson all alone. 1v3. Gonna pick down Dev. Might even have a chance to get back onto that site, but he needs to save. Thunder Logic heading into match point against Big Frames. Or Big Frames heading into match point. And Thunder Logic needs literally every single cent that they could get. Every penny is worth saving. $3,000 to $4,000. Thunder Logic gonna throw around some cash. Anderson certainly has to buy out at least one of his teammates here. 1 or 2 of his teammates. He's even gonna drop the AWP to Enshaniak, and he buys up another one. Another double up setup here for Thunder Logic. Last time we saw this, it just simply did not work. Approaches all over the place for big frames. Mainly through mid and B main. So not exactly too much. Smokes being set up as you see here on Picky. And they might just execute on it. Big frames within 30 seconds of the round starting. They want to get this over with. Here comes the approach. Picky with 1. Div with 2 actually. He's not going to get any of them. Pure is trying to make his way on. Trying to take down Dev. He peeks the corner. Picky going down. It's a firing range. All of the pixels on his screen. And only a single kill from him. And Shaniak 1v4 to try to close this one out. Oh, the plan. He's not going to spot it. And that's it. And Shaniak getting the kill onto Walshy. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Big frames as predicted. But even in close fashion, they still take the game. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, it's your boy Bob Ross. And I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for supporting me throughout this whole stream. We've been here all 3 games, all 3 best of ones, and it has been an absolute pleasure to be with you guys so far today. Thank you so much to our sponsors, if I'm not mistaken, Intel and Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel sponsoring the Mountain Dew League this season. My name is Upmind. You see my Twitter down below at Upmind_. I have streamed almost, I think, about 27 hours of Counter-Strike. 27 hours of Counter-Strike in the past 3 days. If you guys want some sick CS content, some sick grassroots commentary, Upmind is your boy. Please follow the Twitch channel if you guys, are so nice, if you guys are so gracious. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for being here with me. This has been it for MDL for today. I will see you guys very, very soon. Have a good one.